All right, let's talk about one of the coolest tools out there for anyone who wants to automate, well, pretty much anything. It's called n8n, and it's an absolute beast of an open source platform. We're going to break down what it is, how you can use it, and figure out if it's the right tool for you. Just think about that for a second. Imagine building powerful automations, hosting them yourself, and customizing them without writing code. Every piece of that is a huge deal. Hosting them yourself means you're in complete control of your data, which is massive for privacy. Customizing means you're never hitting a wall on what you can build. And without code, opens this incredible power up to everyone, not just developers. This is really the whole promise of n8n.
So what is this thing really? I mean, there are a lot of automation tools out there, so what makes n8 so different? Let's get into it.
First off, you say it n8, and at its core, it's a workflow automation tool. You can think of it as the digital glue that connects all the different apps and services you use every day, getting them to talk to each other so you don't have to do the boring, repetitive work. And this right here, this is the killer feature. Most other tools are cloud only. They're convenient, sure, but you're paying for every little task your automation runs. n8n is open source, which means you can install it on your own server. And why does that matter so much? Well, it means your data never leaves your control. It means you can customize everything. And, this is the big one, it means you can run unlimited workflows without your bill going through the roof. That is an absolute game changer.
So let's get to the fun part. How does it actually work? How do you build these things? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like you're playing with digital Lego blocks. It's all visual, it's intuitive, and you can build some seriously powerful stuff. You know, every single workflow you build in n8n is made of just a few basic parts. It always starts with a trigger. That's the thing that kicks the whole process off. Then you connect action nodes, which are the do this parts. You can sprinkle in some logic nodes to make it smarter, like with if-then decisions, and finally, execution is just the workflow running on its own in the background. Pretty simple, right?
Okay, to make this real, let's walk through a quick example. Let's say you've got a business and you want to track new leads from your website. The first block, the trigger, could be a webhook. A webhook is basically just a special URL that listens for information. So the second someone fills out your contact form, that webhook catches all the data instantly.
So what happens to that raw data? Well, it immediately flows to our next block, an action node. We can set up this node to automatically clean things up. Maybe make sure phone numbers are in the right format or properly capitalize names. This step makes sure everything is perfectly consistent for whatever comes next.
Now that our data is clean and tidy, another action node zips it right over to a Google Sheet. And just like that, you've got a perfectly formatted, real-time log of every single lead coming in with absolutely zero manual copy-pasting.
And for the final touch, one last action node instantly fires off a message to the sales team's Slack channel, giving them all the details on the new lead. And there you have it. The whole chain of events, from a customer hitting submit to your sales team getting a real-time alert, is now totally automated. And all of this brings us right back to what makes n8n so special in the first place, the fact that it's open source. And that's not just some nerdy detail. It has a huge impact on the power, the privacy, and of course, the price of your automations.
Right out of the gate, you get access to a library of over 500 integrations. I mean, you can connect to almost any popular app, database, or even the latest AI tools you can think of. And the best part, since it's open source, if there's something you need that isn't there, you can just build it yourself. Which brings us to cost. If you decide to self-host n8n, the software itself is totally free. That means unlimited workflows running an unlimited number of times. I mean, just think about that. A freelancer or a small business can run the kind of powerful, complex automations that used to cost a fortune with enterprise software. Okay, so we've talked about all this power and flexibility, but let's get down to it. Is n8n actually the right tool for you and what you need to do? It's a really important question because as amazing as n8n is, it's not going to be the perfect fit for absolutely everybody. So let's break down who this is really for. n8n is going to be a perfect match for you if you're the kind of person who really values having full control over your data and your automations, if you're looking to save a ton of money on recurring software fees, and if you love the idea of being able to extend and customize things with code if you ever need to, then yeah, this is for you. On the flip side, it might not be the best fit if you're looking for the absolute simplest, most hand-holding interface possible, or if the thought of setting up a server, even a simple one, sounds like a total headache. In that case, a more basic cloud tool might be a better place to start. Now, for those of you who are feeling ready to dive in, I want to leave you with just a few quick tips,
These will help you build really solid, reliable automations right from the beginning. Seriously, these pro tips will save you so many headaches down the road. First, always name your nodes so your workflows make sense when you come back to them later. Second, use something called error traps to handle any failures gracefully. Third, for things like API keys, store them securely in environment variables, not directly in your workflow. And finally, and this is super important if you're self-hosting, please schedule regular backups. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question. Just think about it for a second. What's the one boring, repetitive, soul-crushing task you do every day that you could just eliminate forever with a tool like this? Because that is the real power of n8n. It's not just about connecting apps. It's about getting your time back to focus on what actually matters.